VTR Thames 2094 Part 1 Take 1.
Trials and tribulations.
All couples have their teething troubles, Annie. Remember that.
Young people today,
It takes time. You got to get used to each other.
there's more to living than pleasure.
No need to tell our Annie that, Aaron. We didn't never have an easy time in our family.
You know what I mean, Grace. Conjugality between man and wife.
I know. We were all brung up on the Bible. Your dad's been in a preachy mood all week.
I ain't preaching. It's for our own good.
Wouldn't you mind taking John out for a bit of walk in his pram?
I can't do much walking in my condition.
Sitting won't do it no good, will it?
Can't sit, can't stand neither. Going to come to Granddad? Come on, boy. Let's go for a walk here.
Never seen you like this. You and Harry used to seem so suited.
Oh, Mum.
Well, you always said you was happy. Is there another woman, Annie?
Mum, please.
Well, when he's away for days driving in that lorry. You wouldn't know, would you? It could be the reason.
I tell you, he's not like that.
Don't make it easy. Him not having a religious upbringing.
Oh, not that again. You always bringing that.
Worship together, love each other.
We were the only black family in chapel, Mum. Why do you close your eyes?
We were all Christians and good friends too, us and the Bakers. Remember?
Yeah, till I was 16.
What?
I said till I was 16.
I'm sure I don't. We still see them sometimes.
Mr. Baker found me and their Sydney in the shed. He said we shouldn't be there, and he touched me.
Touch you?
With his Christian hands, he took a liberty.
You mustn't tell your father.
That was 5 years ago, Mum, things like
He'd
that.
take it very bad.
Did it ever happen to you?
With Mr. Baker?
Anybody with anybody.
I should think not.
They stroke your skin with their eyes, don't they? Like it's their right.
I wouldn't allow myself to notice.
No, you wouldn't.
You got company, Mrs. Stefan?
This is my mother.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Rachel Sampson from upstairs. Did we keep you awake last night? We always have parties on Fridays, make the ceiling shake sometimes, they laugh.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, you should come up and join in, especially when you're alone.
My husband wouldn't like it.
Oh, he jealous? That's a good sign, and that, Ma. Look, I won't take up your time. I just got some new stockings.
No, I
Lovely
don't
stuff.
need nothing, thanks.
You wait till you see. Now look, sheer gardenia, lovely with a dark complexion.
No, I don't.
How about that? Give you another treat. Jungle poppy. Everything is African today. Isn't that a sexy smell? Drive the man crazy? No. However. got some very naughty lingerie.
Please, Mrs. Sampson, I don't...
Scissors, that it. I got one myself last week in salmon pink. And my night's been busy.
Where's Don John?
I left him downstairs in the pram.
You sure he's all right?
Yes, he's all right. A girl is looking after him.
Oh, picked the wrong time, didn't I? I got some nice face cream too. But I'll call when I'm not too busy, okay?
All right.
Goodbye, everybody. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Smell that sweet smell. Oh, sin.
What a terrible woman.
Hope she's not a friend of yours, Annie.
I like her. She's all right.
Yes, it's people of that sort.
Give coloured folk a bad name, I know.
Well, they do. Grace, let's get home. I need to sit in a hot tub.
Not before Harry comes here, and it wouldn't be polite. Good thing if you get that flat. If you ask me, that's half your trouble. Not having a decent place to live.
We've tried enough, Mum.
He can't play his drums here, can he?
Hello. Oh, hello, John. John, you all right then, mate, are you? Hey, Harry, look at him. Yeah.
Well, we'll soon see if he had any luck.
Oh, hello.
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 You've met my, Annie's parents.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
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 So, it's a nice day, isn't it?
Yes, lovely.
Yes, yes.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Any luck?
It's okay.
You mean they'd let us have it?
I said so, didn't I? It's quite nice, isn't it, Colin?
Yeah, it's great. Need a bit of doing up, of course.
It's a sort of garden flat. Basement is, but nice and light at the back. Sun comes in all the afternoon, she said.
It's got 3 rooms, a kitchen and a bathroom, and a good-sized passage.
Sounds lovely, Annie. Just what you need.
I can't believe it. Did you tell her about me, Harry?
It's all right, Annie. They're educated people around that district. Didn't you get that impression?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Nothing can go wrong then.
Look, how many times have I got to tell ya? It'll be okay, Annie.
Okay.
Really? Here's gonna be great. Space to move around, get some decent furniture, pictures on the wall.
Now, you know what? We could get the group together again, have some jazz sessions. What do you think of that, eh?
Yeah, why
And John
not?
can have his own room, a nursery.
A nursery? Get her, Mary Poppins.
Hello, Mr. Stephens.
Well, not too early, I hope.
Oh, not at all. Sunday's my gardening day. Oh, are you Mrs. Stephens?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, do you have any children?
Just the one. I told you yesterday, didn't I? But he sleeps all night, just a baby. Sleeps all night, doesn't he, Annie?
Yeah, he won't bother you. He's good as gold.
Yes, well, you see, it's damp for a child. I really should have mentioned it.
We don't mind. We got plans. Do the place up a bit, replastering and all. Me mate and I, we're quite handy.
Yes, well, we've got somebody else coming to see it.
But you told me...
It's my husband, really. He feels we should let to a student.
But you promised. I was counting on it.
Well, I'm sorry if you got that impression. I'm very sorry. Really.
All right, Harry, let's go.
She definitely promised. My mate was here as a witness. I said I liked it and you said, yeah, you'll enjoy the flat, the sun in the garden room. No, you can't go back on that.
Well, it wouldn't suit you, I'm afraid.
We're not bloody animals, you know.
Don't you shout at me. I'm not going to stay here and be insulted.
You fascist cow, you bloody...
Harry, please!
Someone gonna prick everyone in the bloody place.
Come on, you know it's no use.
She's treating us like filth.
Oh, for God's sake!
Sure.
Well, mate, it can't be no surprise to you. It's happened before.
I could kill the bastards every time.
Ah, they're ignorant. It's the long and the short of it. You got to face it, Harry, they're the majority. Ah, don't worry, something's bound to turn up.
Yeah, when?
It always does if you don't lose heart. By the way, how's Colin these days?
Okay.
Any sign of him getting married?
Colin?
Still a virgin, then?
You want to try and ask him that, William? Might smack you one on a chopper.
All right, don't be touchy. After all, he was never keen on the girls, was he? Neither were you, as I remember. A couple of music lovers, you two.
We was no math like Sam. If you'd have done more, you'd have boasted less.
I've done my share, don't you worry.
Yeah, you done well for yourself altogether. Not likely to let me forget it.
You've always been the same since you was a kid. I never had it no easier than you know. But I learnt right off that you can't swim against the stream. You always tried to be different, artistic.
Because I played the drums?
No, except you made a religion of it. You were never a mixer. If you played around a bit, maybe you wouldn't have... Oh, never mind.
No, go on, say it.
No, it's silly. I just rub you up the wrong way. Have a fag, eh?
Sure.
Look, can't you tell me all about it? After all, I'm a brother.
I hope John's all right in the garden.
Oh, the kiddies love him, don't you worry. Tell you the truth, I'll miss Lambeth. Market, the calves, the Odeon, everything in one place. Well, I was born there after all. People round here are not the same, not friendly.
Shall I put the plates in the cupboard, Shirley?
Yeah.
I'm being dragged down to their level. Now, I'm not prejudiced, you know that.
Well, of course not.
It's not as if they can help themselves. Some of them come from backward places.
Mud villages.
Yeah, I get the feeling I'm being sort of swamped. That place, oh, I can't breathe there. The noise, no privacy. They're too friendly in a way.
Yeah, well, it's their tribal customs, isn't it?
So. Yeah, sometimes, when I'm on the road, I want the job to go on forever. It's a sense of freedom, you see. Now, I'm scared. I'm really scared I won't go back one day.
Look, Harry, can I ask you something personal?
What?
About Annie.
Well, I'm not talking about Annie. She's different. Comes from a damn sight better home than we do. It's not her fault.
Well, I'm not criticising her, mate. Annie's a marvellous girl. We think the world of her, Shirley, and me.
Go on, then.
Look, I'm Labour. As far as I'm concerned, one man's as good as the next, even if he does wear a turban or worship a bloody Juju.
Yeah, you made your point.
OK. Then why did you marry Annie?
I'm gonna give you a polite answer to that question, William. Even if it doesn't deserve it.
What do you mean, don't deserve
Now,
it?
shut up, I'm talking! Now, Annie was the first person, the first human being gave me the feeling I was worth a light. Now, you've forgotten a few things, William.
They're all coloured in your house, ain't they? Immigrants.
Hmm? Where shall I put the saucepan?
Oh, anywhere in the cupboard. I feel a bit silly asking you this, but I've always wondered about coloured men.
What about them?
Oh, you know what they say.
What?
Well, about their physique. They're different, ain't they?
Why should they be?
Oh, it's just what I've heard. They've got more life in them. The way they dance and... Well, I might as well say it. They're good lovers.
I only had one lover, Shirley.
Oh?
My husband.
I'm not prying, really.
That's all right?
I mean it.
Okay, I believe you.
Oh, you must think I'm awful.
God, don't you think I've heard it all before?
Now, look, chum. You remember what I said when you first told me about it?
Never forget it. Walked out the house, didn't I?
No, you didn't walk out. You had a bloody rehearsal with Colin O, two blokes who played the guitar.
I walked out.
All right, have it your own way. But I told you. The people are ignorant. Now, if you just had a bit of fun, they'd have slapped you on the back and told you're a hell of a bloke. But marry it. Call it hypocrisy if you like, but that's the way it is. I told you, didn't I?
I didn't ask you then. I'm not asking now.
It's my responsibility, Dad being dead.
Dad? Do you think I'd take advice from him? Everybody who didn't live in Bermondsey was a stinking foreigner to him.
Oh, now, come on, that's a bit thick. I know he couldn't stand the Jews of the Irish, but he never said a word.
He couldn't stand anybody who earned more than £8 a week. Mean-spirited old bastard.
Look, Harry, you watch what you're saying, or else I'll give you a bunch of...
What?
You had it soft compared with him. Yeah, bricklaying in those days. And Mum dying when you was born. I mean, he worshipped the ground she walked on.
Yeah, so he told me 1,000,000 times. That's how much hate in his guts it poisoned him in the end.
Quarrelling again, eh? Here, William. Look at John. They're lovely at this age, ain't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you could pass for Italian, don't you? Wouldn't mind getting one just for myself.
Hey, you know it's that drummer. It's got a bit of your style.
My style? Come off it.
What do you mean? You could have been a professional.
Sure, Gene Kruger.
Go on, you could be if you had the confidence the way you bash them skins.
Colin, do me a favour.
Okay. Mick! 2 more, mate. Doncaster tomorrow, then.
Oh, no.
We're on a check them breaks, you know, so they're a bit dicey, I mean. Got to get you back in one piece for your anniversary, haven't we?
Anniversary?
Yeah, Wednesday, mate. You ain't forgotten, have you? Cheers.
I made a right mess, you know.
How did it work out, you see?
No. I don't think I can go on much longer.
Until it's dark. It's just a phase everybody goes through.
Look who's talking, a Camden Bluebeard.
You'll be surprised. I know this sees most of the game, right?
Maybe. You don't know how to play his field, though.
You ain't changed all that much.
You know, I used to forget she was black. She had that serious look in her eyes, you know. I'd remember that most of all. That was a great shock to me when I saw her naked. She seemed sort of African. A woman come out of the bush. Yeah, well, the fact is it's not been the same since John was born.
It takes after you that never spitting image.
Oh, yeah. It's like you look in the mirror and you've changed into what you're most afraid of.
Is it 11 already?
20 past. Walk Colin out.
I'll fry some eggs if you're hungry.
Down.
Couldn't you take that to the laundrette?
I'm washing the baby's things. They've got to be done every day.
The sink's not the proper place, is it?
I'm doing my best, ain't I?
Your best? How do you expect people to give us a decent home when you turn this place into a pigsty? Now look at it. Soap suds on the floor, dirty crockery. And John's cot shouldn't be by the bed where we sleep, should it?
What have I done to you, Harry?
Shouldn't be in the way like that. It stands to reason. What the hell do you think you're doing?
They've been here. There's nowhere else.
You're not shifting now.
They're not used, are they?
Who the bloody hell's asking you? Now, anybody lays a finger on those drums will be trouble.
How long is it since you've touched them? A year? If you frighten this child... Love, it's all right. Everything will be all right.
It's not my fault. We can't live like human beings.
We can try, can't we? You don't even try anymore. It's worse than being strangers.
Maybe we are.
We never used to be.
I believed that you'd come more and more into my life.
Well, haven't I? Ain't we a family?
It's like we're standing on opposite sides of the streets, and you can't cross over. It's a bad dream.
Yeah. Can I put the light out?
If you like. We don't stand a chance. If only we could get away from everybody.
Where?
Somewhere, I don't know.
I used to think nothing could hurt me, as long as I was with you.
Yeah, I know. And that's not the easiest thing, neither. Knowing that I've let you down. We're off to Doncaster tomorrow.
You don't want to come back, do you, Harry?
I don't know any. Honest.
I won't hold you. Not against your will. I couldn't respect myself. If you do come back, I mean, it's got to be both of us. Me and John. Because you love us and want to.
Can't fool me, you ain't been crying.
I'm just run down. Maybe I'll ask the doctor for a tonic.
A blind man can see you're hurting inside. They ain't got no tonic for that.
You got X-ray eyes, Mum.
Anybody's misery goes through me like a cold wind. Never mind my own child. You're just having a bad time, love. It'll pass. Even people who wed their own kind have trouble, don't they? It's harder if you're different.
Harry never thought of us as different when you love somebody that...
Dear, don't upset yourself. It's going to be all right, I'm sure.
He acts as if I'm the worst thing in the world that's ever happened to him.
Dear. One thing I learned in my life, Annie, there's a mystery in everybody only God can see into. We all have stirrings of wickedness, and we got to wrestle with it.
God never solved any of your problems, Mum. You still go scrubbing 5 mornings a week.
Everything we put on this table is by the grace of the Lord. And don't you forget it.
As if you'd let me.
I blame the place you live in. All the evil that's ever been done in that house is still there. You can feel it.
Give me another room. I wouldn't care if a murder were done in it.
Don't talk like that. Annie, you got to promise me. If things get too bad for you, you'll come straight home. I'll get your father to paint up your room. We'll make it nice and cheerful. That's him now.
Hello, hello.
Hello?
Where's John?
He's sleeping upstairs.
Hello, Maria.
Hello, dear.
How are you?
Okay.
Sometimes I think I'll never get up a ladder again.
Still doing the ceilings, Aaron?
They always give me the ceilings.
Well, you sit down and have a nice cup of tea.
Thank you. For what we are about to receive, make us truly thankful.
Amen.
Amen. Harry still away?
He went to Doncaster. That's a 3-day job.
Don't feel easy thinking of you alone, dear, with the baby.
3 days ain't long.
Maybe he won't come back.
What did you say?
I said Harry may not come back.
You never told me that.
He's not thinking of leaving you.
I don't want to talk about it.
But look, we're your parents. You've got to talk about it.
Don't you yell at her, Aaron Willis. You can see the child's in trouble.
I'm yelling?
All right, you're talking noisy. That's no way to deal with a matrimonial problem. Now, Annie, you listen.
Mom, I know what you're going to say. Pray to God. Be patient. We all got to suffer. I'm not going to be crushed by all that. We only got one life.
Well, dear.
Now, Annie, let me tell you a thing. I am your father. I'm talking to you from my own experience now, so you listen good. Sometimes you got to study white folk.
What's white got to do with it? He's my husband.
Now, you've always been obstinate about that. It's right in a way. We bring you up always to think of people as living souls. But sometimes you got to face the differences.
You mean every time I look at Harry, I got to see a white man? I've got to think of the color of his skin.
Your dad's just saying it's not easy.
I know what
love.
he's saying. You're black, and you got to remember it all the time. You ain't got the same right to be happy. You're a nigger.
Annie, you know that's not true.
I don't want to find that battle in my own home, in my own bedroom, like the way you got to do it outside.
We can't do anything about the world but keep our self-respect.
Studying white folks is keeping our self-respect.
I have lived black all my life, and I've managed
We
it.
never lived black in this family for one single day.
One time, no one ever said things like that. Black. Your father never deserved you should speak to him like that.
In my 55 years, I've been rubbed so raw by people. Sometimes it seems they're scraping the naked bone.
And what do you do about it?
Why, I forget them.
I'm never going to forgive nobody for that. If my husband is to see me as a black girl, he is going to love my blackness more than anything else in the world. Up there, nice and cozy. I think you'll have a nice dream tonight. And when you wake up, maybe your dad will be here with a present.
Now there you are, sitting all by yourself again.
Oh, I'm all right. Do you want to come in for a minute?
Come on, honey, you're too young to be lonesome. We've got a little party going upstairs.
I couldn't tonight.
Why not?
Well, in case Harry gets home.
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
Hey, Wednesday. Ain't it your wedding anniversary? You told me last week.
Oh, I don't take any notice of that. It's nothing special.
Nothing special. That's the recipe for misery, sure. Sitting around by yourself the night you ought to be loved of good and proper. Come, honey, we gotta drink your health.
No, Mrs. Sampson, I can't, honest.
Oh, yes, you can.
No, thanks all the same. Really?
You're a funny girl. Well, if I can't persuade you, this here is you. Not to be trusted an inch. And this is my friend Spencer. Meet Mrs. Stephens.
Pleased to meet you, man.
Hey now, she's a married lady, you watch out.
Married? You ain't having me on? She's too young.
Look, Mrs. Hampton, I'm sorry. We can't have a party in here. The baby might.
I've figured that already. Come, Spencer. We gotta take him to sleep in my apartment.
But he might wake.
Duke, you get yourself busy and continue the good sound. You hear me there?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Mrs. Sampson.
Boy, this sure makes him jump,
I
huh?
hope my baby's going to be all right upstairs.
Yeah, sure.
Gee, man, this is groovy. Come, everybody. We gotta drink a toast. Spencer, go tell that nigga I'm calling him. He got no sense of social duty.
We's waiting for your due, baby.
I'll attend to her soon. What? Calling this Black Panther nigga?
All Trinidadian men is niggas. No good for nothing but cricket. Ain't it so, honey?
You want to play the boudoir game with me?
Don't try a lot, man. You're liable to get your fingers burned. Now, quiet, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glasses and drink to a happy anniversary for Miss Annie Stephens.
Sincerely seconded by yours truly.
Yeah.
I really mean it, honey.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And here's a little present.
For me, you should have done.
Open it up.
Hey, man, look at that.
That's what I call a real hot number.
I don't crazy.
Beautiful, thanks a lot.
You ain't gonna try it on? But she put in that sexy on the way out of sight, not even seeing if it fit right. That's a crime, man, isn't it?
That creation got to be unveiled for no hot pants eyes. But the husband! Now drink up, everybody! Drink up, drink up, drink up! Have some more.
Do you want me to take over?
I'm okay.
Oh, come on, mate. Give yourself a break.
I'm all right, Colin.
Well, you look bush to me. Oh, stubborn you are, then. Let's get back the old smoke and have a wash. I've paid a bacon and eggs.
Me? I'd like to get stoned for a month.
You look like death on the road. You're going home, Harry, mate. Snap out of it. Look cheerful about it.
Listen. Can you put me out for the night?
Hard together.
I don't like you.
You ain't trying me yet.
I'm never going home to Kingston no more. All that place ever give me is heartache.
You is wrong, Rachel. You is cutting off your nose to spite your own face. In Kingston, with a bit of finance, you is somebody. Here, the white bourgeoisie treat you like nothing else but black trash.
You telling me there ain't no black trash fouling out this country?
Is you two having a private argument?
What color got to do with it? You talking like a racialist?
I know one black fella, Ghanese. Never done a day's good work in his whole life.
Ghanese.
Sure.
Give me a drink. Now that touching on the evil of colonialism, they never have no real taste of freedom yet.
Guyanese people's as good as anybody. Man, tell that fella Jack, and I tell you he's smarter than Wilson.
Now you're talking politics. Reminds me of them stinking Rastafari.
You just want to make me mad.
Yeah?
It's coming on,
Cool
sister.
it, man.
You a pretty girl, man. What are you doing messing with a white boy?
White boy? You mean my husband?
He give you satisfaction? He find black flesh sweet now.
Shut up and go away!
Try me, never go to English, man.
Hey, what's the matter?
I don't want this man in my house.
You've been messing with this guy. I told you, you stink up every place you go.
Cool it, man. I just had a compliment.
He's filthy. Tell him to get out.
Oh, he don't mean nothing. He just a big mouth.
Don't say no more, baby. Shoot. This party's livening up, man.
Don't touch them drums.
What's the matter, honey?
I don't want nothing from you.
Give you a
Leave
groovy
them
please.
alone. Can't you stop him, please?
Well, what's it gonna be then?
Never felt more useless in my bloody life.
Look, she's all alone there waiting. I mean, you just can't. Today of all days, mate.
Look, I'm feeling lousy enough already. It ain't as if I don't think about it. She's on my mind all the time. Up in Doncaster. Oh, what's the use? Just don't work out, does it?
You know what your trouble is, don't you?
What do you mean?
You ain't got the guts.
Yeah? Look who's talking.
Oh, I know. 30-year-old bachelor only fit to be a Dutch uncle. I still say you ain't got the guts.
My God, Colin, you're putting a boot in. You think I'd enjoy being on my own, is that it?
Enjoy it. Look, you don't live when you're away from Annie. Without her, you'd cut your throat inside a week.
How about that, everybody? Bravo, Duke, you're in top form, man.
You better stop now. My husband will soon be home.
How about this, baby?
Yeah. Yeah. That groovy.
You better send it. Let me switch it on.
No, that's enough. No more, please. We want to send it down. But it's late. I've got to tidy the place up.
Oh, move. We're celebrating.
The anniversary's over. It's after midnight.
You know Cinderella. How about the man? He'll come yet?
He may be held up.
Look, you've got the blues. We ain't leaving you, no, sir. Ain't we brothers and sisters? Make it live to perfectly, huh?
Mrs. Sampson, I appreciate it, but we must...
What, sir? Duke ain't bothering you. Then drums taking more out of him than any woman.
Just in time to join the party, friend.
Where's the kid?
Upstairs.
Fetch him. Go on.
You ain't cross, Mr. Stefan. It didn't seem right leaving your wife alone. Not on such a special day, huh?
Yeah. We were just keeping things warm for you.
Your friends can go
They're
now.
just going.
How about one for the road?
Shut up, you!
No, Charlie. That ain't nice.
Get out that bloody door!
Come on, Duke. We go upstairs and have us a cold beer, baby. Come on.
hell, Rachel. You ain't nothing but an overgrown nigger child. You ain't learned a thing.
We better bring your baby down, huh?
Yeah.
Where's your husband?
He must have gone out for a minute.
Sure, he'll be back, sir. Good night.
Night.
You sure you're all right?
Yes, thanks. I'm all right. I thought you'd gone.
You mean you were hoping?
Doesn't seem anything I could say. What you want done with that?
You done a terrible thing to me tonight.
I know.
When I come in, I felt like I didn't belong, like I had no right. Now that wasn't no homecoming, was it?
No.
Is that all you've got to say?
I don't know what to tell you.
All day I've been on the road, hours and hours, and I find them people.
They came in, I couldn't help it.
What do you mean they came in? You mean anybody can walk in, you can't stop them?
They aren't anybody, she's a neighbour.
Did nothing to me, this is my home, it's private. It's got to be like that in my mind, don't you understand? I go away 4 days a week at a time. Now it makes you think of things, that does. And I've got to have peace of mind.
When did you stop trusting me, Harry?
Trust? My God, we don't know nothing about each other. Sometimes I think we never will.
Maybe you're right. You didn't say what you wanted done with the drums.
It's been bothering you a long time, innit? The way they've been lying around and don't get played. Okay, then they're finished! What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm only taking John's things. Dad will come for the rest.
You mean you're going back to Stepney?
I can't stand it no more, Harry. They've got my old room ready.
You ain't going no unless I say so. Forget about it. You stay as long as I want you to.
You don't want me, not really.
I came back. Does that mean something?
No! Not the way you are. Even when you're here, I feel lonely. And tonight for the first time, it seems it's over. It's finished.
Because of that man, hey?
Do you mean?
He tried it on, didn't he?
Who?
That fella. Made a pass. I could see he fancied you. I could have killed him for that.
It was nothing, it was just company. Maybe I did enjoy it. The music, the dancing. I'm only human.
Yeah, but supposing I didn't get back, eh? You were right, foursome. Air upstairs, you and those two. What would have happened 3 o'clock in the morning when the others went off and you and him was left alone?
I don't like you talking like this, Harry. I never give you cause.
No? Did you see the way he looked at you? As if you was his property, like you and him belonged together.
They look. It's not my fault. I can't make myself invisible.
Thing is, you may be right. A fella like that, he sees you as you are. Just a girl, natural. His own kind.
Black don't say black, is that what you're saying? And you, how do you see me? My black woman wife. Tell me, I've got a right to know.
The only reason I married you was because I loved you. No, I can't say exactly why. Nobody knows that, do they? I never had a girl before you. Not properly. And that's a fact.
And now, look at me, Harry. You don't love me.
Do you want me to say something easy? I don't know anymore. There's too much come between me and what I feel about you.
Why? I don't understand why.
It gets worse every time something bad happens, I suppose. You see things the way they see it, the way they see you.
I always thought, well, in our own four walls, nothing outside could touch us. There'd be just you and me, two human beings loving each other for what they really are.
I tried to make it like that. It just didn't work.
Since you come and you haven't asked what I've done, how I felt. You haven't even looked at John. It's been 3 days. If you love somebody, you can't bear not to make up for that lost time.
It was finding them. It upset me. The minute I heard him on my drums and you watching like that, I felt so busted up. Look, don't you see? It's wrong thinking we can shut it out of ourselves. Any idiot can crash through the bloody walls.
So, it's always going to come between us.
Don't. Come here. Now you're black and I'm white. Centuries and centuries have made us like that. I don't know what the answer is, but we've got to start from that now, this minute. And then maybe we can tell them what to do with themselves.
You know what you said to Duke? That man? About smashing his black face in? That made me shudder.
He called me a Charlie. He would have took my wife and laughed. Look, I'm not a plaster saint. I don't love the bloody world yet, not yet, Annie. I'm waxed. Let's go to bed. Do you know who he looks like? Malcolm X. Someone who'll start a revolution. What's that you got on?
It's a present. Mrs. Sampson gave it to me.
How did she?
Don't you like it?
Take it off. No, no. Come here.
Yeah?
Take that thing off. Annie, I'm looking at you. And you're beautiful.